All right, look, I literally have like nothing to talk about for tonight because there's almost pretty much nothing to talk about. One thing I did want to follow up with you all on is the passing of Linda Brown. If you don't know who she is, she was at the center of the Brown versus the Board of Education. Blurry pictures, blurry images again. She passed away today. Um, she was one of the main reasons, along with a bunch of other students in the state of Kansas, which led to the desegregation of schools being necessary across the entire nation. So, one of the pioneers of desegregation has passed. So that is sad. But other than that, not a lot of not a lot of news that I really care to cover. Because everything seems to be about Stormy Daniels and Donald Trump or Russia getting kicked out of all of our embassies and whatever whatnot. So not stuff that I really care to cover. But I did find this one photo on this website Pop Sugar, and it was kind of interesting because what it shows is this little girl laying face down with a bunch of her dolls, and what apparently her mother says she was practicing for some drills, I guess, like safety drills, school shooting drills. She doesn't really say. The article just basically says, "This is my daughter this morning." She wrote on her Facebook, "who is dressed as Elsa, burying her face and pretending to be in a school lockdown with her favorite dolls. She brought all of her babies into bed, placed them face down, cut off the lights, and locked the door." And then she wrote in bold, "She is practicing her drills. This is not what pretend is for a 5-year-old. It's not what it should look like. We can't do enough to protect our kids." And then she uses the hashtag March for Her Lives, March for Our Lives. And I'm just like calling, I'm sorry, I just gotta call BS on this. Maybe it is true, maybe it's not, but it just seems a little too staged for me, you know, to believe. I could see if she had caught like video of the girl actually doing something, but here's the girl right here. You can hardly see her. She's like just kind of like laying down there with her face down, and she's got like a whole bunch of dolls. Um, and we practiced drills when I was growing up. We practiced drills for fire safety, tornado, all these different types of things. And when I read a lot of the comments on Yahoo, they were saying, back in the 50s and 60s, there were drills all the time because of imminent threats of a war or, nuclear holocaust happening or what have you. So this is a learning. This is a teachable moment for this young girl where the mom should ask her what the drills are about. And if she really was, if it really was about a shooter, then great. She knows the procedures, which is good. That is very helpful. Let the child do what she needs to do to learn these things. That's how children learn, through imagination and through play. So she'll actually survive. But again, I'm just calling complete BS on this because I'm sorry, this just doesn't seem real. Get a video of it next time, mom. Don't just try to join a hashtag movement by setting up your daughter and telling her to lay on the bed with her doll's face down. I'm not buying it at all. But let me know what do you guys think. Are you buying it, or was this mom just trying to jump on the bandwagon? She said, while practicing drills for different situations is not new, this one struck Holland because drills are now becoming reality far too often. And yeah, they are. It is a harsh reality. We live in a crazy world, and people just keep getting crazier. Um, Helen told Pop Sugar she's firmly against arming teachers, and I agree with that. She'd like to see stricter gun control legislation. I agree with that as well. The full caption of this basically wrote, "My husband has to work today, so I can't go to the March for Our Lives protest. For all of you out there, thank you. This is my daughter this morning. She brought all of her babies into bed, placed them face down. She's practicing her drills, blah, blah, blah. March on, people. We can't do enough to protect our kids. We have to start making change now." And I agree with everything she said. I completely agree with everything she said. Nothing is wrong there. It's just this display just doesn't work for me. So again, I'd love to know what everyone else thinks. Other than that, don't really have too much else to share. There was one story about these parents. They burnt their teenage daughter with hot oil when the daughter did not agree to marry to be part of an arranged marriage. Just sickening. Maybe I will just share this one real quick. Um, the family is from Iraq, so that's probably where arranged marriages are. This is a young lady um, right here, and just a really sucky situation that she's in. Luckily, she was able to run away. Child Protective Services came and got her and her siblings. Um, but basically, the parents, Abdullah Fahmy Al Hishmawi, age 34, and Hamadia Sabah Al Hishmawi. They're reportedly set to receive $20,000 in compensation for the arranged marriage. Their daughter, Marib, refused, and then they allegedly began to choke the teen, beating her and pouring hot cooking oil on her. The teenager tried to escape the abuse by running away from her home back in January. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says the mother and father were arrested on Friday on family violence charges. This young lady, at various times over that time period, was subjected to some pretty bad abuse because she didn't want to be married to this person, who I'm assuming was much, much older than her. Salazar said on Friday at a press conference Marib had been reported missing in late January and wasn't found until mid-March. The sheriff said she had been safely in the care of another organization while she was missing. So I'm just glad that she was able to get away. It really does suck that, again, I've posted many stories like this before, that sometimes you just can't even trust your own parents or the people that are placed in charge of you. So I'm glad that she got away. Glad that, whatever brought her parents to the U.S. brought them to the U.S. so that she could be saved and spared this life. And it kind of highlights the clash of cultures that we deal with in the U.S. because we don't really have arranged marriages here, whereas other cultures might. As a matter of fact, I was surprised to see in this article that Florida just banned marriages for anyone under the age of 17, and I thought that wasn't even something that was commonplace. So just really interesting. But that's all I've got to talk about today. Again, nothing else really mattered to me in the news that's really worth talking about. Just everything is about Trump, and I'm not subscribing to it. I don't really care about the Trump news. I don't care about the Stormy Daniels stuff. Yes, it is crazy, but the man is crazy. And okay, so what he does in his life in his spare time, that's his business. How he runs the country is something completely separate. And the fact that our media chooses to follow it just pisses me off, because there's so many more important things that need to be covered. Like children that just continue to be abused and just mistreated. And if we keep ignoring it, it's not going to get any better. It's just going to get worse. So let me know what you guys think about all these different stories, and I will talk to you tomorrow. That's all I got today, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.